Hi. Well, if you've seen a number of my videos, you'll know I'm a fan of model tanks for my Warhammer 40,000 armies, and today I thought I'd show you the entire collection. Starting off here with some chimeras from the Imperial Guard. You'll have seen these in the original Imperial Guard video, and also the video I did to explain some of the customization work that I did on them. Light armour in the form of hellhounds and the variants. Some customised light tanks, salamanders, armoured cars, Hydra anti-aircraft gun, Medusa, Griffin mortars, manticores, predating the current plastic kit, so I converted some Chimera chassis instead of buying them from Forge World. Basilisks and Earthshaker platforms, Death Strike missiles, again predating the current plastic kit, a heavy artillery gun on a Lehman Russ chassis. I'm talking a Lehman Russes. For my 78th Praetorian Regiment, I've got a mixed company, 3 squadrons, each of a different type, led by an executioner. For my Praetorian 24th, I have a company of Lehman Russes with a commissar and a company of vanquishers. A squadron of exterminators, a squadron of demolishers, 4 single tanks, executioner, eradicator, conqueror, punisher, converted Lehman Russes, all laser weapons, Lehman Russ Lightnings, Lehman Russ Cerberuses mounting inferno cannons in the hull, destroyer tank hunters, Lehman Russ Tunneler, subterranean assault vehicle, Lehman Russ Raider, armoured personnel carrier built on a Lehman Russ chassis. And onto the super heavies. Baneblade for my 78th Praetorian Regiment. Squadron of 3 Baneblades for 24th. Second squadron of 3 Baneblades for the 24th. Again, Baneblade, 24th Praetorian Regiment, this one mounting extra sponsons. Hellhammer. Stormlord. Some Titan hunting forces in the form of shadow swords. That's the latest plastic kit for the Praetorian 78th. Forge World, Praetorian 24th. And 2 scratch-built versions for the Praetorian 24th, and before you could get the plastic kit. Now, it's not all tracks and wheels. I've also got walkers, scout sentinels, armoured sentinels, converted Imperial preacher on a walking pulpit, and the Centurion heavy walkers. I did a video about those a while ago. And that's it for the Imperial Guard. So now we're on to the Dark Angels. Start off here, Damocles Command Rhino. Some of the early Rhino kits, which Forge World are now producing a sort of retro version of. And the more recent Rhino kit. The more recent Rhino is a vast improvement over the original one. And Razorbacks, that's the original Razorback kit. Last cannon and twin link plasma guns, only just brought back into the Codex. More Razorbacks. Now the Death Wing, the Raven Wing even. Land Speeders. Notice these are metal Land Speeders. I prefer this design over the new one. But somewhat difficult to assemble. You never really learn to swear until you've tried assembling a metal land speeder. That one is actually made of plastic card using parts from the new land speeder, so that it looks like the older ones. The Grav Attack, the infamous deodorant pot tank from Rogue Trader days. Vindicators, close artillery support. 4 of those. Now for the Predators, again, the original Predator that Forge World is doing a retro version of. Then they went on to plastic hull with metal components, and then on to the all plastic versions. Well, that one is actually the resin and plastic one from Forge World. An anti-aircraft variant, one that mounts a Vanquisher cannon. Artillery support from multiple Whirlwinds. Those on the older chassis I converted using lots of old Hunter Killer missiles. The Land Raider variant that mounts a Whirlwind launcher for its own artillery cover. Land Raider Crusader. A Land Raider with lots and lots of las cannons. The original pattern Land Raider. Again, Forge World is doing a retro version of this. And now on to the current Land Raiders. That's one I've converted, put Demolisher cannon in the front, altered the sponsons for blasting through defences. Raven main battle tank. And of course, Dreadnoughts. Venerables. Several different versions here. And that is the original Marine Dreadnought. There's the metal Venerable kit and the new plastic Venerable kit. Then regular Dreadnoughts. Mix of sources. Couple of drop pods. Ogre's Flyer, scratch built based on the vehicle from the original Rogue Trader. Thunderhawk gunships. That's Forge World. That's scratch built. And what else am I going to do when they send me a spare main gun? And now onto the other forces of the Imperium. Meccano stage counts as a rhino for an Inquisitor. Several other rhinos to transport Inquisitors. Sisters of Battle, rhino, pair of the original Immolators. Exorcist missile tank. Now you'll notice a little walker here. The Exorcist tank included all the bits for the new Immolator, so I was left with the Immolator turret, and it fit quite nicely on some Sentinel legs, so I fit Sentinel legs to it and produced what I call a Paladin walker. Grey Knights, Land Raider, Dreadnoughts, Storm Raven gunship, some scratch-built wheeled armoured personnel carriers are into the Imperial Navy now. I figure the Navy would use wheeled vehicles for their ground units, and of course for the Imperial Navy we have aircraft. Vendettas, the traditional Valkyries, Vulture gunships, Thunderbolt fighters. Now we're on to the Adeptus Mechanicus, scratch-built Ordinators, some very old robots. That's from the days of Rogue Trader. An Imperial Knight Paladin. No, sorry, not Paladin, a Lancer. Had to build that because people kept saying I could use the Centurion Heavy Walkers as Knights, even after I told them I didn't want to. And after the Knights, we of course have Warhammer Titans. 1, 2, 3, 4. And up from the Warhound, we have Reavers. And thankfully the lighting is getting a lot better now. After the Reavers, a Warlord. Now that's it for my entire Imperial tank collection. So now we're on to the Foul Xenos. We'll start off with the Orcs. Or Gretchen vehicles from Gorka Morka. Buggies. Now the Orcs really show how some Games Workshop kits have developed well over the years. If you look, we started off with things like these tiny water rack, war buggy, improved war buggies. And we went from these very simple trucks, which you got 2 of it in the Gorka Morka set. We've gone up to these much nicer trucks now. And a couple of trucks converted to gun trucks. A looted basilisk. Used to be able to use it as a basilisk, now we're going to be able to do that in a game of Apocalypse. Behold the Morkalith. It can be a looted wagon, a battle wagon, or in Apocalypse it can actually be a monolith. 2 heads, smasher book faces battle wagon. The original plastic battle wagon. The new plastic battle wagons. A couple of scratch-built battle fortresses. A big squiggle. I'm including this in tanks because it's got troop carrying capability, so it behaves a lot like a tank. Same with the gargantuan squiggle. Killer counts. Death threats. Pair of Hawk fighters. Scratch-built. These didn't come out as good as I'd hoped, so I don't really use them. Stompers. Pulsar rocket made from a genuine bomb. Now on to the Eldar, Vipers, War Walkers. Wave Serpent, the original conversion and the kit. Falcons. Fire Prism. Tyrannids, of course, no proper tanks, so it's monstrous creatures. We've got Hive Tyrants, Carnifexes, Mycetic Spores. Biotitan. Biotitan, the kit for the Biotitan is very complicated because its legs aren't strong enough to hold it up. Onto the Tau. Necrons now, monoliths. Doomsday Ark, an Annihilation Barge, some of the new kits. Zoid toy converted to be a Necron walker called a Stag Tank. A couple of scratch-built flyers there. Call that the Megalith. Now we're on to Dark Eldar. Again, this is Dark Eldar, an example of how the kits have improved, by and large. Old Raiders, old Ravager wouldn't stand up properly. You might notice it's a bit cockeyed. New ones stand up fine. And now we're on to Chaos. Again, Rhinos, some old, some new. Vindicators, Predators, again plastic with metal components and all plastic. Land Raiders, some Traitor Guard vehicles, Lumen Russes, and Chaos Dwarf Hell Cannon mounted on the Chimera chassis. Silver Tower of Tzeentch there, made from a toilet brush holder actually, from a pound shop. Dreadnought. Some Demon Engines, Soul Grinder, the only vehicle in the Chaos Demons army, and finally a Chaos Reaver Titan. Now looking at the time, if I go on for much longer YouTube won't let me upload this, so I'll end there and I'll start packing up. Thanks for watching.